His album, I Gave You My All, is available on all platforms, and he is the only guest on this show that I have ever shared a bed with. Let's welcome Jesse Elliot. We let that hang way too long.
Yeah, you really.
I quit. Hi,
That's.
Jess.
Hey, man.
Can we go commercial?
Not a dry eye
Jesse,
in the
thank you
house.
for coming on.
Sure.
Yeah, a lot of people crying.
Oh, this episode's gonna be a lost episode. We don't know. Dogmatic left and the feed went. Do you even have questions for Jesse, or we're just gonna talk to him?
I do have questions. First off, happy birthday tomorrow to Jesse.
I wrote it down in the event, so I was gonna give him a little shout out. So you got ahead of me on that one.
We can say it twice.
33.
Yeah.
Okay, day
Third
over
century.
32.
Do you are you ever daunted by your own birthday, by the sense that kind of everybody's still plugging away? Is that ever kind of a daunting, sort of a daunting thing?
Yeah, I guess. This music project, really started. What are we, like 6 years ago? 5 years ago?
6 years, yeah,
The
2013.
release of this.
Well,
record?
this is 2015, but we started in 13.
Full
Yeah.
disclosure, Brian has worked with Jesse on his music.
Oh yeah,
So I
he
feel like this-
produced this record.
Oh, okay,
actually.
I didn't know you produced it.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Secondhand Studios.
Recorded and produced by Brian Erickson.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Secondhand Studios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was Brian who got me started, actually.
Basically like a Svengali.
Yeah, essentially.
That's all it
He
is.
said, I didn't have anything, and he comes to me.
He
He's like,
literally came from nothing.
nothing. I really had
showed
no,
up.
I, had
I
no
was like,
songs
I'm going to make
written,
you a star,
nothing.
kid.
And he was like, you want to make a record?
You want to be a star? And Jess is like, yeah, mister. Sure I do.
It's like 2 years older than him.
Yeah, no. And that's, I could take this to a dark, dark place, but I'm not going to.
No.
No, me? No way.
You would never.
Yeah, no. Yeah, oh, goodness. The things that just swirled through my head.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, sure. My
You're-
birthday, yeah, it's definitely a time of reflection, sure.
So you've been you're kind of back on the horse now after not like a time away, but because you still play out like a tiny bit,
Right.
but after what I maybe we'd consider a working hiatus of sorts. How does it feel to be kind of back out regularly again?
It's feeling good. I've missed it
Yeah.
totally.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, it's busy. I mean, I'm in grad school. I'm working full time. I'm, doing the music. It's just constant, but it's all good stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, you started back up again. Just maybe again, loosely saying started back up again, but kind of adding shows and adding recordings and things
Yeah.
like that back to your schedule. Just back in like August, September, something like that.
Yeah.
Kind of put the band back together.
Getting a
And,
show a month. That's my goal right now, and getting some new recordings.
yeah, and what is that what is motivating you these days? Like kind of making new music? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I got burnt out on the old stuff. I pushed
I can
that
see that.
record hard.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
almost like for like a year or two solid.
Yeah, and I
after
was
that.
playing like every other weekend, everywhere from. We went up to Connecticut,
That's right.
down to DC.
Tried
and,
some Frank Pepe's
yeah, so we
pizza
did.
in New
Yeah,
Haven.
Yeah, pizza with the band.
That's
New
right.
Jersey.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so I kind of got burnt out, and I was getting married and buying a house and the whole thing, so it was
Yeah.
kind of an excuse to step away and regroup. But yeah, I got some new music.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about the songwriting aspect of things, because some of these songs are brand new. Some of the things have been kind of sitting around for a little while.
Yeah.
You don't have to go uncomfortably deep, but I know you had like a little bit of these sort of crises of confidence here and there as you're creating this
Sure.
new stuff. So talk to us about the pressure of creating a follow-up, because this took like a year and a half, 2 years to record, and then you spent almost that basically the same amount of time, pushing it.
Right.
So yeah, what about the pressure? Kind of how does that affect you?
Yeah, I mean, you put something out there and you push it hard, and we all kind of go through it. You get like some people interested, some people really love the record, and those are meaningful moments. But for the most part, you're struggling to pay, break even financially, and so you kind of wonder what you're doing. And once you start thinking like that, you can kind of block yourself. And I think the lesson learned there was like when I was writing I Gave You My All and putting that out, I could pick up the guitar and write a song like on the spot, because I was just enjoying myself.
Yeah, wrote the whole
It's
record
called-
in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's called playing for a reason, right? So when you're hot like that, you got to keep putting out records, and you got to keep going with that. And I think and then but like you have to have something to say, too. So you can't force it, even if you're not in your own head. If you don't have anything to say, nobody's gonna listen, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So let's talk about how some of this new stuff is coming along, because it's been now. I mean, these songs on this album now are, like we said, like 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
So first off, I guess, do you have anything coming? You have a release day? What's going on? You working with anybody?
Yeah. So we just got a master back.
You've teased us with announcements, Jesse.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
So we got a song called Long Day. Definitely be out by the end of the year. It's going to be out on Aqualung Records. But we're looking for partners too. So we're shopping it around, which is kind of why we don't have an exact release date.
Like distribution type of
definitely.
deal? Yeah.
Aqualung's, a new record label. We have a lot of, great connections, but we're looking for more. And the label's open to bringing in people who could help with distribution, help with publishing, help with radio play. So we're going to send it out, see if we get any bites, and definitely by the end of the year, we'll have it out.
Cool.
Yeah. It's just a single, because I guess that's what people do anymore.
Yes.
I don't know.
There's something you said. Like you said before, you're able to just kind of sit down and write a song. Now it feels
Sure.
like maybe the process has gotten a little more arduous. Would you say?
Sure.
What happened?
And it's strange. I feel like I've gotten it back. Like there's a couple songs that my producer Frank Lettieri, who's the Paper Jets drummer, and he is
band that Chris is in. It's basically your band now, Chris.
Yeah.
You can have it. Yeah.
But
You
Frank
are the
is,
Paper Jet.
top notch. I mean, he really has given all this life.
Would you say he's given it
his all?
his all?
He sure has.
My,
Go ahead, Jesse. Here,
My
just hit me
record's
in the
probably
face
the most
with it.
quotable.
It's fine.
Read the song titles on the back. They're all cliches.
I dig it.
It's funny because
I'm gonna read them. I'm not gonna read them out loud, so you
Yeah.
can just go.
yeah,
and see
don't read the
titles
first.
yourself.
Yeah, Jesse.
Yeah.
The first
Well,
song is
yeah.
called
Yeah.
Oh Oh Oh.
Yeah.
Get Jesse McCormick to say Oh Oh Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see how many.
Which is-
That would be good.
So let's jump
Reiterating
back.
why I'm
Like,
not
what
gonna
is
say
it
it.
about like when you're going from the ability to just kind of sit down and write a song versus kind of having to work at it? What are you finding in the different processes?
Having to work at it is painful. It's less fun, and I tend not to operate too well that way. But it's really I've been giving myself some slack, and stuff's been coming pretty quickly. So Frank has been pushing me to write songs in the vein of Long Day. Maybe eventually this is going to be like an EP or something. And those songs came pretty quick, within a week or so. I came up with 2 songs.
Yeah, it's been a different type of motivation I've found as I've just seen you work, because I know the last for this it was get me an album. Here's your deadline. Get songs together. Here's a deadline, and you just were like,
I didn't know you were
just
pushover
like
at the time, so I
activated.
had to get it done. Yeah.
But that didn't work again, because
Right.
then this working together didn't work. Couldn't work a second time because
Sure.
yes, I'm very flexible with my deadlines.
Right.
To say, suffice to say. So, but bringing up a different person in.
Yeah. Definitely helpful.
Has motivated you in a different way, and I see it coming a lot more from internal sources, not just from somebody kind of wagging their finger and going, do this, do this, do this.
It's a lot more thoughtful too this time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a love record. All the songs were written in a week and a half, so there's a theme running through the whole thing. I love this record. But I didn't want to do that same thing again.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been thinking about, especially during these times, love record in the era of Trump doesn't really, yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like you have to say something more,
Well, that's the thing. You just said earlier, like, if you don't have anything to say, what's the point? It's like maybe...
Right.
I don't know. There's a question that I think a lot of people are struggling with right now. It's like, is that all we talk about? How do we talk about it? Because it's something that's now like.
Yeah. How don't you mention it? But
Is that it can't just be the only thing?
And everything else seems frivolous because everything circumstances are so dire, right?
Remember when everyone said that Trump was gonna make punk rock come back, and all we got was one pretty good album by that what's the band? I lost the name of the band, but we're not really getting a lot of good punk records out of it. So I think that was kind
what
of a lie.
band? What
Come back
are they
together.
from?
Merge.
Yeah.
It's a Merge record band.
Oh, Superchunk.
Yeah, that was
that
the only good Trump
album's
record.
fantastic.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's an
Oh
interesting question.
man,
It's
what
only
a
the
great
beginning.
album though.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we got a lot of time, but yeah, that idea of you have to say something. What are you finding that you have to say now that's different than back then?
Back then I didn't really, it was kind of a blessing because you don't really know what you're doing and you're just throwing it all out there and seeing what sticks, and that was really refreshing in a lot of ways. Now it's kind of like I've been thinking a lot about working people, people. I've been thinking a lot about people struggling to make ends meet, and so I've been trying to write songs about that in that vein. Which I think have been coming across pretty okay. And then throwing in maybe more mature love songs, as my relationship with my wife matures. We're been together 10 years, so which is if you can't do the math, there's a lot of what was going on in a relationship then.
There's 10 songs on the record.
Yeah.
That was this point.
So there's stuff I want to say about that, about starting a life together, what that means.
Is it important for you to have?
And that kind of relates to working, it's we were talking earlier about, having a 9-to-5, or that you have to have a life and then your life supports your art, right? But it also influences your art. So if you don't have a 9-to-5, I think that happens to a lot of famous artists. They get rich and famous, and then they have nothing. They can't connect to everyday people, and so there's
except for Paul Simon, he always maintained a connection.
Yeah. So there's something about working every day. Coming home to your partner, that whole thing, and so I've been thinking about those kind of things.
So we have to wrap up, but my last question for you, and then we're going to bring you up on stage. You're going to play a couple of these songs for us. Is within just your immediate family, there's a university professor, a published author, a designer, and another musician. Mm-hmm. So, that's just your parents, your brothers, your sister. Talk to us about expectation.
As
you kind of move through the creative space, and you see all of the other members of your family doing creative things as well.
That's always been encouraged, from a young age. We never had pressures to get A's. If we came home with a B, that was something to be celebrated. We were taught to be ourselves, and we happened to grow up with parents who forced us to take piano lessons, and my mother would absolutely destroy my writings. She was an editor, so like she taught me to write, and we were taught to articulate ourselves, communicate, and my sister and my brother Luke are incredible artists. I dabble. I'm more a writer, probably in a lot of people's minds and the family. I'm more of a jack of all trades, but we all are able to express how we feel.
That sounds great.
Express how others feel, too. We're empathetic people, I feel.
Well, let's get some of that going up on stage. Jesse Elliott, everybody.
Cool.
Brian, why would you do that?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Let's move it this way, but give me a second.
Yeah.
Everyone gets to see my really attractive pants. I'm loving these overalls. Got them on sale at Amazon.
Are you tired from stepping on mushrooms all day? I was doing a Mario thing.
They're not even red. Wait, no, he's wearing blue. He wears blue overalls. That's like the joke, isn't it?
5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, one more with Brian Erickson is brought to you by the Asbury Park Music Foundation. APMF raises money to support youth music programs throughout Asbury Park that provide lasting skills, self-confidence, and life-changing experiences for underserved kids in our community. This includes funding for the Hip Hop Institute at the Boys and Girls Club of Monmouth, in-school music programs at Hope Academy, and scholarships for kids to attend Lake House Music Academy. Hello. Hi.
Well, our crew is, our cast isn't.
No. APMF also hosts concert series throughout the year. Whether it's Music Mondays at Springwood Park or Asbury Park Live over the summer, Suburbia Friday nights, or the Sunday Songwriter Series, APMF always has something going on. Check out their calendar for more details. And if you're interested in making a meaningful difference in the community or keeping Asbury Park's legacy of music alive, head to asburyparkmusiclives.org to make a donation. And while you're there, pick up a Music Saved Asbury Park t-shirt. All proceeds make it possible to support Music Saved My Life youth music programs. Should I do the second one? Or yeah? Cool. One More with Brian Erickson is also brought to you by Bordentown Guitar Rescue. Founded by certified luthier Mike Vierock, Bordentown Guitar Rescue has been building, modifying, customizing, and repairing stringed instruments since 2012. Why wait a month for a basic setup from one of the big retailers when Bordentown Guitar Rescue has the quickest turnaround time in the state? So whether you need a simple setup or some full-scale custom work, call certified luthier Mike Vierock for an estimate. Bordentown Guitar Rescue. Fix it, Vierock. And now, the musician who is the only person on this show I've ever shared a name with, Jesse Elliott.
Also not accurate.
Very cool. It's a night of firsts. This is a long day. We'll be out by the end of the year. And as a note, most everything that I record and do out there in the community is with my bandmates, the Falconaires. There's like 10 of them. They come in as needed. This is called Long Day. At the end of a long day, come home late, got nothing to say. The hours are long and they fade away into another long day. But who's to say of a long day? Time or money, you can keep the that I should stay, at least for another long day. Now it isn't that the work isn't good, or that I can't pay my bills. Something inside that I can't wish away, as I feel it in my bones. This ain't what I'm after. Now it isn't that the work isn't good, or that I can't pay my bills. Something inside that I can't wish away, as I feel it in my bones. This ain't what I'm after. This ain't what I'm after. Thank you. This is like an older love song that I haven't released yet. Probably come out next year. It's called I Need a Girl. I need a girl who'll never go, always answers the phone, even when not at home. I need you now more than ever. If you're her, I love you. If you're her, I'll always be true. I need a girl who'll always stay, never go away, always stay the same. I need you now more than ever. If you're her, I love you. And if you're her, I'll always be true. Ooh. If you're hurt, I love you. And if you're hurt, I'll always be true. I need a girl who'll always stay, never go away, and always stay the same. I need you now more than ever. More than ever. More than ever. More than ever. Thank you. Move over to the piano.
Sure.
Yeah?
Why don't you move on piano? I'll do events and then I'll give you a mic.
Cool.
Oh yeah, we blocked your mic stand. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesse Elliott. Doesn't he just break your heart? He's so damn cute. All right, this week at events. Monday, 10/21. Happy birthday to my roommate, Andrew Ludwig. Happy Mondays, featuring Morningside Lane, Dirty May, and Stolen Karma at the Wonder Bar. Jesse's playing the Saint tonight. I didn't know that. Is that a thing? Jesse, are you playing the Saint tonight? Oh, Jesse. The Porch Fest after party is at the Saint tonight, so go to that too. Oh, okay. All right, that's awesome. Tuesday, 10/22. Happy birthday, Jesse Elliott. Look at that. William Wild, Cersei Bright, Renee Maskin are at the Saint. Wednesday, 10/23. Oh, Renee Maskin is in this band called Low Light. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Wait, I can't hear you. It was Low Light. Low Light. Wednesday, 10/23. Dog Breath, Coward, and Show Me the Body at Asbury Park Brewery. Show Me the Body is a very good band name. Folk With It, featuring Ronnie of Batting 1,000, Jeff Lynn of Black Spot Society, Elaine Rainsnake, that's how you pronounce it, New Narratives, and Brianna Musco is happening at the Asbury Hotel and the Preservation Hall Jazz Band and Tangiers Blues Band are at the Count Basie. Thursday, 10/24. Happy birthday, Ronette Smith. People, what happened 9 months before this week? Can someone look that up? Vinny Karuna, Late Waves at the Spirit House of the Wonder Bar, Little Feet at the Count Basie, Extensions and Elaine Rainsnake, that's how you pronounce it, at Barca City. Also, Ghost Quartet opens on Thursday. What? Valentine's Day is 9 months before this. We got down to it. Also, JT Machiavecchi of Jackson Pine, Dan Appy of the Mercury Brothers, and Emily Grover at the Chubby Pickle on Thursday. That's a great show. Friday, 10/25, the Parlor Mob with Sunshine Spaz and Diva Lotto at Stone Pony. Foes of Fur and Dustin Arbuckle and the Damnation, and Dan Amano and the Sentimental Gentleman at the Yacht Club. In This Moment with Motionless in White, New Year's Day, Dead, and Little Miss Nasty at Convention Hall. I'm trying. Yeah, Dan Amano and the Sentimental Gentleman, my favorite band. Ghost Hoper, featuring Fake Pockets, Jeff Lynne and Black Spot Society, The Ghost Boys, Brian Anderson and the Extensions, and other bands that didn't have enough room to write are happening at Ghost Ranch. Yeah, I know, so ask one of them. I'm sure you're invited. It's the Ghost Ranch. Saturday, 10/26, Convention Hell, featuring Kung Fu, performing as a Who, Quincy Mumford as Prince, Des and Swag Max as Rick James, and the Van Saters as The Clash. The Smithereens with guest vocalist Marshall Crenshaw at the Stone Pony, Dark City Strings at Langosta Lounge, Grants and Dean Band and the Mercury Brothers at the Yacht Club. Terra Dente's playing the brewery. A brewery in Red Bank. I don't know, there's like 3. Go to all of them to see if we're there. Sunday, 10/27, happy birthday, Brianna Musco and my best friend Dan Rosen. What's up, Dan? Milk with 2Ks, Malibu, Fixin', and Victoria H at the Brighton Bar. Frankie and the Witchfingers at the Saint. This is brought to you by the Live Music Loyalty app. It has every show in Asbury Park area, so remember to check in to promote local artists, support the local music scene. Check out This Week in Asbury Park, a Spotify playlist by Live Music Loyalty, which highlights tracks from all the artists playing in Asbury Park this week. And now, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me while I adjust the mic to bring on the only man that Brian and I have both slept at his house, Jesse Elliott. You just start playing. I'm going to make this happen for you. I'm going to try and take you in the face.
All right. It's called There's Gotta Be Something to This Love. Ever I'm unsure, all that I'm feeling is worth fighting for. Restless nights dreaming with the weights of my hand on that night, kiss on the shoulder keeps me coming back to make it right. One foot out the door, can't help but recall that day at the shore. You offered me your all, so despite all the baggage that I bring, despite all your remarks, I choose to believe in one and only thing. It's gotta be something to this love. It's gotta be something to this love. Feel you've had enough. Think that it's over when the obstacles are tough. You can't go much lower when the passion in your eyes is come and gone. When everything's rocked up, when you feel that there's nothing there to move on. Set distant memories that no one has ever felt. A sadder song that sticks to the core, dear. There's nothing, nothing, nothing we can't overcome. It's gotta be something to this love. It's gotta be something to this love. It's gotta be something to this love. It's gotta be
You got a final line, you Jesse?
I could go on. I could leave it there though.
You want to leave it there?
I'll leave
Leave
it
it
there.
there. It's whatever you want.
Yeah, let's leave it there.
Sure, dog back.
All right.
Wait, let's bring this on too. Is this like dry? Do you think, or should
Just-
I?
No.
So fucking
Careful.
awesome. I'm
Just
so
careful.
with it.
It's alright.
Can I use this mic?
No, you can't.
No.
Grab this one.
Yes. No. Maybe.
No, no,
Yes,
no,
no.
no.
Maybe.
Just grab
No.
this one.
Okay. All right.
You want
It's
it?
enough
Just
for me,
can you
though.
hand that to him? I'm gonna stand here like this. I got a thing.
No, it's fine. It's
I have nothing.
no,
So
what?
why would we ban it?
We just we never get
I,
this
I,
right.
I am buying this from you.
Jesse Elliott.
Yeah.
Jesse Elliott, Dogmatic for Chris Dubrow and Jesse McCormick. I have been, and I remain standing in the back for some reason. Brian Erickson. We'll see you next week.